Most people believe that simply buying a soundbar will instantly give them that powerful cinematic sound experience at home. But the reality is completely different. What if I told you that you could be using your soundbar completely wrong right now? And that's the real reason it doesn't sound as good as you expected. The truth is, even the best and most expensive soundbars can sound weak, unclear, or underwhelming if they're not set up properly. And the worst part is, these mistakes are incredibly common, yet almost nobody talks about them. From placing your soundbar in the wrong position, to using incorrect audio settings, to completely ignoring subwoofer placement. These small but critical mistakes can destroy your entire listening experience without you even realizing it. So before you even think about upgrading your sound system or spending more money, you need to watch this carefully, because in this video, I'm going to break down the most common soundbar mistakes people make, and more importantly, show you exactly how to fix them step by step, so you can unlock clearer dialogue, deeper bass, and a truly immersive cinematic experience right in your own room. Mistake number 1, wrong soundbar placement. One of the biggest mistakes people make with their soundbar, and honestly the most damaging one, is placing in the wrong position. And what's surprising is that most people don't even realize they're doing it wrong. When you buy a soundbar, you expect it to instantly upgrade your TV audio and give you that cinematic experience. But the reality is, placement plays a massive role in how your sound actually performs. A lot of users simply put the soundbar wherever it looks good or wherever there's space available. Inside a TV cabinet, behind the TV, pushed too far back on a shelf, or even partially blocked by decorative items. The problem with this is that soundbars are engineered to project sound in very specific directions, forward, sideways, and in many premium models, even upward for immersive effects. When you block that path, you're basically suffocating the sound before it even reaches your ears. Dialogue starts to sound unclear, like voices are trapped or distant, and the overall audio loses its openness and clarity. You might even find yourself increasing the volume constantly, thinking the soundbar isn't loud enough, when in reality, the sound is just not reaching you properly. Now, if your soundbar supports features like Dolby Atmos, placement becomes even more critical, because those upward-firing speakers rely on reflecting sound off your ceiling to create that 3D surround effect. If the soundbar is placed inside a cabinet or there's something above it, that entire feature becomes useless. You're paying for premium technology, but not experiencing any of it. The ideal placement is simple but very important. Your soundbar should be placed directly below your TV, in an open space, with nothing blocking the front or the top. It should be aligned with your seating position, so the sound travels directly toward you. Even small changes, like pulling the soundbar slightly forward to the edge of the table or removing objects around it, can instantly improve clarity, widen the soundstage, and make everything feel more immersive. Many people blame their soundbar for a poor performance and start thinking about upgrading, but the truth is, fixing placement alone can completely transform your experience without spending a single extra dollar. Mistake number 2, using the wrong audio settings. Another extremely common mistake, and one that quietly ruins your entire listening experience, is using the wrong audio settings, both on your TV and your soundbar. The biggest issue here is that most people never touch these settings after setting up their device for the first time. They just plug everything in, hear some sound, and assume they're getting the best possible performance, which is almost never the case. By default, many TVs are set to basic audio formats like PCM or stereo output, which means your sound is limited to just 2 channels, even if your soundbar is capable of delivering full surround sound with technologies like Dolby Digital or DTS. So essentially, you're only using a fraction of your soundbar's true capability. On top of that, modern soundbars come with multiple sound modes that are specifically designed to enhance different types of content, but most users completely ignore them. For example, movie mode is tuned to deliver a more cinematic experience with deeper bass and wider surround effects, while dialogue or voice enhancement mode is perfect for making speech clearer, especially during movies where background music can overpower voices. There's also night mode, which balances loud explosions and quiet dialogue, so you don't have to constantly adjust volume. If you're watching everything using just one default setting, you're missing out on a huge part of the experience your soundbar is built to deliver. Another critical thing people overlook is a connection type. Using HDMI ARC or eARC instead of just a basic AUX or optical cable can significantly improve sound quality and allow advanced audio formats to pass through properly. Also, enabling bitstream output instead of PCM can unlock true surround sound. These may sound like small technical adjustments, but they make a massive difference in real-world performance. Once you dial in the correct settings, you'll notice clearer vocals, more impactful bass, and a much wider, more immersive soundstage. It's one of those changes that makes you feel like you upgraded your entire system, even though you didn't spend any extra money at all. Mistake number 3, ignoring subwoofer placement. The third mistake that a lot of people underestimate is subwoofer placement, and this is especially important if you want that deep, powerful bass that makes movies and music truly come alive. Unlike regular speakers, a subwoofer handles low-frequency sounds, and these frequencies behave very differently inside a room. Many users don't think much about it and simply place the subwoofer wherever it's convenient, behind the couch, tucked away in a corner, or somewhere out of sight to keep the setup looking clean. But the truth is, this approach can seriously affect how your bass sounds. When a subwoofer is placed incorrectly, the bass can become uneven. In some spots, it feels too strong and overwhelming, while in others, it almost disappears completely. This creates an inconsistent listening experience where explosions might sound too boomy, but music feels weak and lacks depth. The goal of a good subwoofer setup is not just loud bass, but balanced and controlled bass that fills the room evenly without overpowering everything else. Ideally, the subwoofer should be placed near the front of the room, close to the soundbar, but the exact position can vary depending on your room layout. One of the best techniques to find a perfect spot is called the subwoofer crawl. It might sound funny, but it works incredibly well. You place the subwoofer temporarily at your main listening position, where you usually sit, and then move around the room, listening carefully to where the bass sounds the most balanced and smooth. Once you find that spot, that's where you should place the subwoofer. Also, avoid placing it inside cabinets or blocking it with furniture, as that can muffle the sound and reduce its impact. Taking a little time to experiment with placement can dramatically improve your audio experience, making everything sound more powerful, more immersive, and more cinematic. Ignoring this step means you're not truly unlocking the full potential of your sound system. If you found this video helpful and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button because it really helps the channel grow and reach more people who are making the same mistakes. And if you want more videos like this, where I help you get the absolute best performance out of your sound system, share honest tips, and save you from wasting your money, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any future uploads. I've got more powerful guides, comparisons, and top picks coming your way that can completely upgrade your audio experience. So don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.